Now, what is intensity? Intensity of light is defined as energy emitted per unit area per unit time. ये एरिया बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हाट इज दिस एरिया? दिस एरिया इज क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया, मीन्स एरिया perpendicular to flow of light. Okay, flow of radiation. Okay, or area perpendicular to the propagation of light. Actually, you should write propagation of light. Suppose light is a parallel beam of light. If there is a parallel beam of light, in that case, you will say that this is the area. Okay. Suppose there is a point source of light. In that case, you will say that area perpendicular to the flow of light is spherical. क्यों? क्योंकि point source से कैसे light निकलेगा? Radial light निकलेगा. So the area that you have to consider is spherical. Okay. So intensity, again I'll write, intensity is defined as total energy per unit area per unit time. But energy per unit time is also called power. So intensity is defined as power of the beam per unit area. Sometimes you will say that intensity multiplied by area is the power of the beam. Also, I is equal to, by Planck's law, you know that Q is equal to NE, right? तो यहां से हम लोग बोल सकते हैं N by T is the number of photons striking the surface, or you can say the metal plate, because हम लोग इस experiment को metal plate पे light को गिरा रहे हैं. So you will say number of photons striking the metal plate per unit time. Number of photons striking the metal plate per unit time, that is N by T. So यहाँ से अगर they have given you the intensity, then you will say that N by T is equal to IA by E. N by T is equal to IA by E. Or sometimes you will also say I multiplied by A is power, so you will say power by E. Okay, and E can be written as HF और hc by lambda, depending on question में frequency given है या lambda given है, wavelength given है. Okay, so the number of photons striking the metal plate per unit time is a very important formula. When intensity is given, it will be I multiplied by A by E. When power of the beam is given, then you will say power of the beam divided by E, and E is HF or hc by lambda. Okay, okay. There is one more term called photon flux. Photon flux is defined as number of photons striking a metal plate per unit area per unit time. So I'll write it in words also. Number of photons striking a metal plate per unit area per unit time. Number of photons striking a metal plate per unit area per unit time. ठीक है, N by AT. अब यहाँ पे N by AT कितना होगा? What is N by AT? N by AT will be from here I by E. Okay. There is one more term called photon density. There is one more term called photon density. So photon density, suppose we will write it as small n. So photon density is defined as number of photons per unit volume. As the name density suggests, photon density will be number of photons per unit volume. Okay, so this is volume, is called photon density. Now, what is the relation between photon density and intensity? What is the relation between photon density and intensity? So यहाँ पे intensity, you know, is defined as NE by AT, right? Okay, suppose this is a beam of cross-sectional area A, and this beam is traveling with a speed c, and suppose in delta t time it has traveled a distance c delta t. Why? Because speed of the photon is constant, that is c. So in delta t time it will travel a distance c delta t. ठीक है, तो what is the volume covered? what is the volume covered in delta T time? So the volume covered is area multiplied by C delta T, right? So you will say that the volume is equal to area multiplied by C delta T. That is the distance, okay? So now I is equal to NE. What I am doing is I am just multiplying it by C and dividing it by C. So ACT is nothing but volume. ACT is nothing but volume, and N by volume is what? Photon density. So the relation between intensity and photon density is I is equal to NEC. So they will not give you NEC because they will write either E as HF or E as HC by lambda. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग लिखेंगे I is equal to N HC square by lambda or I is equal to small n HFC by HFC. That's it. Okay. So intensity and photon density ka relation. All right. Now the next thing is we are still in this point of intensity. Intensity is very important in this chapter. Okay. Definition of intensity को और डिटेल में समझना है. अब suppose we have a point source. Listen carefully. Suppose you have a point source. Point source से I have already discussed light कैसे flow हो रहा है. Light will be radial, right? So light will be radial. ठीक है. तो इसका मतलब एरिया जो हमको लेना है, एरिया वो कैसा लेना है? स्फेरिकल, राइट? अब at a distance r, listen carefully now. Suppose power emitted from the source is P. It means ये जो source है ये P watt consume करता है और P watt of light निकालता है. Okay, so that means this source is giving you light of power P. Okay, so the power emitted from the source is P. Okay, sometimes they will also give you efficiency. In that case, suppose the source consume P watt of electricity, but it is giving only 20% or 80% or 30%, whatever efficiency. Then you will say that the power emitted as is actually that much percent of P. Okay, so I am saying here that power emitted from the source is P. This is the power emitted. Okay, so if the power emitted from the source is P, then intensity of the light, you can say intensity of the wave. This is actually in general. This is not only about light wave. This is about any wave. Okay, then intensity of the wave is equal to I is equal to P by 4 pi r square. Means at a distance r, all these points will have same intensity. At this distance r, all the points will have same intensity. At further some other r, all the points will have same intensity. But as r increases, the intensity keeps on decreasing. Okay, you have seen that from a source, if light is getting emitted, जैसे जैसे तुम दूर जा रहे हो, लाइट का इंटेंसिटी तुमको कम दिख रहा है, ब्राइटनेस कम होते जाते हैं. Okay, so the intensity of the wave is given by P by 4 pi r square, and if they ask you the proportionality, then you will say intensity is inversely proportional to r square. Okay, now suppose you have a line source. If you have a line source, in that case, if you have a line source जहाँ पे every point से light निकल रहा है, in that case you will say that the perpendicular surface will be the cylinder. So in this case you will say intensity at any distance r from the line source is P by 2 pi RL. So in this case you will say that intensity is inversely proportional to r and not r square. For a point source, intensity is inversely proportional to r square, but for a line source, intensity is inversely proportional to r. Okay, now this is the point source, this is the line source. Now listen carefully. The source is emitting power P, and due to this, the intensity at this point is I. Now suppose you have kept an object here. Now they will ask you what is the power falling on this object. See, यहाँ से P watt निकल रहा है, लेकिन इसको P watt मिल नहीं रहा है. What is this object here getting from this point source? Okay, so that I will write here. See, ये एक point source है, and from this point source at a distance r, there is an object whose area is suppose small a, okay, and this distance is suppose small r. Then this is a point source and it emits power P. Then what is the power falling on this object? The power falling on this object is intensity falling on the object multiplied by area of the object. Actually, this area is the projected area, but for small objects, we will write area of object, projected area of object as area of object only. Okay, so this is actually the projected area. Okay, so that means the power falling on this object is equal to intensity, that is P by 4 pi r square multiplied by area. Okay, this is the power falling on the object, right? Now, next thing that they can ask is number of photons striking this object per unit time. Number of photons striking this object per unit time, assuming that this light source emits a light which has a wavelength lambda. So in that case, you know that number of photons striking the object per unit time is power by E, right? So from this you will say PA by 4 pi r square divided by E is hc by lambda. So this much photons are striking this object per unit time, right? I am doing this for a point source. You can do the same thing for a line source also. Number of photons striking this object per unit time we have calculated. Suppose efficiency is given, so I'll do that also. Suppose efficiency of the source is eta %. So in that case, number of photons striking will be how much? So in that case, you know that you have to not take P, but the percentage of P, eta %, right? So you will say number of photons striking the object is equal to eta by 100 multiplied by PA lambda divided by 4 pi r square hc. So this is the number of photons striking the object per unit time.